G'day, this is Simon from the Bracketeer at South OC Cars and Coffee. I'm with Steve, who has a very worthy car of the week. What is it, Steve?
It's a 1971 Camaro Z28.
Yeah, this is a really cool resto model. Let's swing the camera around and check it out. Steve, this is a real standout car at the show. Walking past it, I could tell it was something special because of the crowd around it. Did you do all of this work yourself?
I did about 80% of it.
And how long has this car been on the road?
About a year now.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. So, first of all, let's talk about the colour. That almost looks like a BMW.
It is.
Yeah, I thought so. My friend Sean, who works in the crash shop, he came up to me and goes, "This is the colour I was going to paint my truck," which I knew was a BMW colour, which is cool. And what year did you say it was, mate?
It's a 71.
71. So the thing about this car, notice the split bumper on this. So they did the split bumper, I think it's 71, 2 and 3.
This is actually a full bumper car.
Right.
It has the shorter front end and the wider grille.
Aha. And
we just put the smaller bumpers on it.
Yeah, that's interesting. It looks really cool. And the other thing I want to point out are these beautiful HRE wheels. I was saying to Jay, our photographer, the irony of these wheels, I had a 1974 Holden Tirana with wheels that look so similar to this that were cast in a guy's backyard. It was actually a biker who made wheels.
Okay.
And I've always loved that design of that wheel. Now HRE are making, I mean, the quality's got to be great.
It's a beautiful wheel. I mean, they do a great job.
They do. I mean, nobody really makes better wheels than those guys. So really nice and neat. Just everything about this car. I love the size of the wheels on the back and the rubber. So Pilot Sport, so obviously a good quality tyre and a 345 30/20. So lots of rubber on the back. Bear brakes, which are absolutely brilliant. The rotors actually look like a Rataspeed by Bear, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, they make a really good two-piece rotor. I've run them on the Camaro and they're really nice. Right, let's look at the interior. So these seats are obviously not the original seats. They are really nice. What were they out of?
So originally I got them out of a junkyard. They were out of an Audi TT.
Oh, they're
2012.
Perfect. And let's look in the back there. So you've still got seats in there, but they're just so nicely trimmed with a full one-piece console.
Actually, they're not seats
They're
any
not.
longer.
They're storage.
That's where all my electrical and my storage
Oh,
is.
look at that. Tucked down underneath. That's so cool. Nicely done.
So there's nothing under the dash.
Wow, that's so good. And let's look at the switch panel. What I love about this car is a lot of times people will resto mod a car and they'll make the interior too modern, and then within 3 or 4 years the body still looks classic and the interior looks out of date. What I love about what you've done with this is you've modernized the interior, but it looks like it could have come out with this in 1971, which is a really, really cool touch because it means it won't go out of date. Nicely done stereo on there, all those switches. The gauges look really nice. What are they?
Those are from Classic Instruments.
Right.
And they're made to look European Porsche-like.
Yeah, they're really, really nice. Beautifully done. Okay, let's have a look under the hood too, because this thing is just beautiful. While you do that, I'll go around so people can have a look at the back end of this thing. Really neatly set up. Just look at that under there. So beautifully done. Exhaust pipes coming out of the French into the rear bumper, which looks great. Now let's come up here and look at this. So this thing's got an LS transplant. And if I was right, I would say that's either an LS7 or an LSX.
LSX 454.
Yeah, and the reason I can tell that is you are running a air raid manifold in that, which only fits the LSXs, and it's an MSD manifold,
Yes,
isn't it?
You're right.
So that manifold only fits the either the LSX or the LS7. They had a different head configuration. And about the only manifold that actually gives horsepower increase on LS engines. People go and spend a fortune on different intake manifolds. This is the only one that actually gives good horsepower.
Correct.
I love what you've done. You've had the headers ceramic coated to match the everything, the power steering, pump, air conditioning, alternator, even the intake tube, which you've obviously run down underneath just so it can pick up lots of air. So tell us about the engine. Is it a standard crate engine? Have you done extra work to it?
We bought the lower end and used a scat assembly.
Oh, sweet.
Mast heads. The engine on the dyno with the wheels put out 600 horsepower, 550 foot-pounds of torque. So that's about 720, 730 at the crank.
And the nice thing about it is that motor is going to be bulletproof. It's strong. You're not ever going to have any problems with reliability because you're starting off with such a great base. Those scat lower end rolling assembly, you can't get better than that. That's awesome. I wish the camera could capture just how shiny the inner fenders are and the way you've just plumbed everything so nice and neat. There's nothing out of place in this thing. It's absolutely perfect in every angle I mean, it's a really, really great job. The carbon fibre splitter on the front that looks perfect. As our car of the week, you win this Maguire's complete kit, including the polishing sponge, cleaner wax, scratch remover, car wash, glass cleaner, interior detail, the hot shine foam. You can keep this absolutely pristine Camaro looking in the absolutely pristine condition it already is. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.